This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with an apartment renovation, and this one is special because it's the first build I am sharing using the new Sims 4 Dream Home Decorator game pack. And I have to say that really slowly because I keep wanting to call it Dream Home Designer, but it's Dream Home Decorator. And so today I am renovating this 2-story apartment, which is 9 Landgrab in the, what is this section of city living called? Of San Myshuno. Uptown. There we go. It's called Uptown. I never built here, but I've been talking recently about wanting to build in one of the larger 2-story apartments because I never built in this area. And I thought it would be perfect to do with the new game pack, so I could really use a lot of the furniture and play around with it and explore a lot more. So this ends up being a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment with like a really spacious living space, and you'll see that. But right now we are working on the kitchen space. I am using one of the new counter sets. We got 2 of them with the game, and I'm using this one, which I think is a little bit more basic than the other one. There's this one where there's kind of indents to open the cabinets, and then the other one has little levers to pull on. But I'm using this one in this really light wood for the back area, and then the island is in a slightly darker wood. And I just really liked the contrast between those. And of course, I am using the new oven and stovetops that are separate from each other here, and the new stools. And just trying to experiment and figure out how to section off this space. I'm not used to working with this big of an apartment either. That's not new. We've had this apartment for a really long time, but I tend to build things on the smaller scale. But we're still messing around with the floor plan a little bit here, as we have a pretty big entryway. Oh, and then with the counters here, or with the cabinets here, I also grabbed some of the modular shelving. You'll see that momentarily. I grabbed some of the like square modular pieces. I think we're getting a range hood first. But I ended up grabbing the square modular shelving and put those on top of the cabinet pieces here to add on to it. They're in the same wood swatch, and I just thought it looked really nice. And it was a way to add a little bit more clutter and decor to the space. And there's just so many possibilities with all of the new modular pieces that came with this pack. So I'm looking forward to exploring more with those, especially in smaller builds, which there will be more on the channel. And speaking of which, if you have any suggestions of videos or builds you'd like to see, especially with this new pack, please leave those in the comments down below. I'm going to read through all of that, and hopefully I can get some cool new content out on the channel this week. As far as gameplay with this pack goes, I'm not sure if I'm going to post a video of gameplay or not, but I will be playing with the gameplay of this pack live on Twitch today. If you're not already following me on Twitch, I do stream on twitch.tv/MissGryphi about 4 times a week usually, and I'm going to be live later today. There'll be a link down below, and I will post when I'm going to be live over on Discord as well as on Twitter. So yeah, probably a couple hours after this video goes live. If you'd like to check out some of the gameplay or just chit chat, look at some of the items, I'm really excited to have an early access stream as well. But anyway, I just finished off the hallway there. It's incredibly simple. We just have a side table, and I used the pampas grass, and now we are into the living space where I am using one of the sectionals, my favorite of the 2. And I thought about having this little wall here to sort of separate the space, but I didn't end up keeping that in the end because I thought it blocked off the view a little bit too much. I liked how open concept this was and making this living space be a 2-story living space. I was very excited about that since I never built in this 2-story apartments. And then I'm playing around with artwork here and also layering coffee tables, but I do change that in the end. As this space evolved, because I made the couch a little bit smaller, and then the doubled coffee tables didn't work, and getting a little tray here from Tiny Living and a remote as well, and then working on the blinds. I was imagining that these were like the automatic blinds, or not automatic, but the remote control ones that you just press a button and they open and close. I was thinking that, and I do end up adding them on the lower level a little bit later. But over here, we're going to have one of the new TV stands. One thing you might notice throughout this build is some of the new modular pieces, for whatever reason, I was having a lot of issue with the lighting on them in specific parts of this apartment. but only certain items and definitely only ones from this pack. And so I'm not sure if it's an apartment specific thing or just something about those items, because it only seems to be in certain areas of this apartment. And I also noticed that the staircase in this apartment has like some weird shadowing on it, and some of the rooms upstairs have weird lighting. So it might be just this apartment, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the dining area using the new table and chairs. We have 2 new tables, I think, and 3 new types of chairs. Also, that wall hanging, that like wooden carved piece over by the table is so pretty. So I was excited to use that, just getting a trash chute and a city painting. And I thought about just putting a lamp over here with 2 of these chairs, but instead I decided to put a grand piano. But those chairs are so cool. I do end up keeping one of them over here. Basically, the modular couches work like the counters do, where you have all of the different pieces of the couch, but there's also an option to select a chair. So it like makes a chair out of the modular couch, and it's just so cool. I really hope we get more modular stuff in the game, because so impressive and so happy to finally have it. Such a cool thing to have. But this is the downstairs like main bathroom. It's just got like a sink, a toilet, and then it's got a tub, which is a little strange, but we did get a new tub with this pack, and I thought it was really pretty. And I thought more than anything, it was probably just to look nice in this space, because this is going to be the bathroom that most Sims are using if they come to visit. But I guess it would also be a good spot to like bathe the dog or the toddler if you have those. I didn't really imagine this house had a dog or a toddler in it. I was imagining that it was 1 or 2 parents. They had 2 kids, and then there is a spare bedroom in this space as well. And I was also thinking if they worked from home, because I did structure one of the upstairs rooms as like a home office that has space for 2 Sims to work on computers in there. I also really enjoyed sizing up these towels from Spa Day and putting them into these modular shelves. I thought that worked out perfectly in this space. And yeah, just putting some candles on the side of the tub, and that should be it for this bathroom. And then I think we're going to be moving on into the main bathroom, or not the main bathroom, the main bedroom of this house. Yeah, so the main bedroom, or the master bedroom, is on the bottom floor with the living space, and then all of the other bedrooms are upstairs. So we're messing around now with the modular pieces, trying to make a little bit of a corner walk-in closet in this room. I was fiddling with them a lot because they do snap together, but then you have to grab them by the parent object and like get it to work properly. So I think there's a little bit of a learning curve on using the modular pieces, but I love that the shelving units and the clothing are separate, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want. And it's just so nice. I wish they would do that with beds. That'd be nice. Kind of like they have in The Sims 2, where like the frame and the mattress are separate swatches. That'd be really cool. Or CC items, they do that as well. But anyway, we have a rug in there, and then I'm going to be grabbing one of the small ottomans as well, and I think putting like a basket on top of it. There's so many nice clutter items with this pack. We got like a bunch of baskets and boxes and shoes, and so we got 2 new double beds with this pack. I used this one for this room. I like the other one better, but they're both really nice, and this one felt more of a like grand master bedroom bed, so that's why I just did decide to choose this. And then I combined a couple of different side tables so that we had drawers under them, even though those tables themselves don't have drawers. Adding some pampas grass over in the corner, some boxes on the bed, some shoes at the end of the bed, and just playing around trying to decide what else I wanted to decorate this space with. I did use some of this modular dresser to combine 2 pieces together for that dresser space, and getting one of these chairs from that sectional seating set as well. And then I used the wall mounted lights that are super modern. I think they're really pretty. And I also love that there's so many slots on these things, so you can kind of fill up the modular pieces and have a lot of decor around. So that's what I was doing. But since this room was so big, not only does it have its own ensuite and a walk-in closet, but there's also a sitting space over here. So I'm using the new couch that came with this pack. There's 2 new modular sofas, and then there is a regular like sofa, which is right here. I decided to use that in here. I just think it's a really pretty piece, and I'm probably going to be overusing the modular pieces more so, but I really wanted to use that as well because I really like it. And if we had gotten that in a pack and we weren't introduced to, modular sofas, I'd be obsessed with it. It's so nice. So I definitely wanted it to have its own time to shine. But this is the master ensuite to the master bedroom. It's got 2 sinks, a toilet, shower, tub, And then it also has laundry over in the corner. I wanted to make sure there was a space to go ahead and do that. This is not a limited pack build by any means, so I just kind of went all out with this. But let me know if you guys would like to see a build that is just using base game and Dream Home Decorator, or maybe like that plus like City Living or Eco Lifestyle. I could see this going really nicely with Eco Lifestyle, honestly, because I think an apartment limited pack would be nice. Let me know. I'd be open to doing that. But over here is going to be the laundry like I had mentioned. I just have the machines and a couple of shelves and a mirror as well. And I think I'll be adding a hamper a little bit later, but we're moving on upstairs now. And this is like the open area where you can look down over the 2-story living room. So I just have a couple of bookcases, and then I use the modular sofas to make a love seat and add a couple of decorations before we move on into the office space. I'm using some of the new desks here. I face them against each other in the middle of the room. I wanted this to be like a workspace. I'm not sure what I imagine the Sims that live here do for work, and if it's like both of them working up here or one of them and then they have a coworker that comes and works at their house with them. I'm not entirely sure, but I liked the idea of making this office space, and it could easily be converted into another bedroom. It's just a really big room. But you guys can go ahead and change whatever you'd like. If you'd like to download this build, I will have this up on the gallery tomorrow once the pack is available for everybody on Tuesday, June 1st. If you'd like to download it, it's going to be It's going to be 2 different downloads because this is a 2-story apartment. So I will make sure to upload both of them. So you're going to need to, place them separately and make sure you have move objects on. But if you'd like to find it, or any of my builds, you can find that under my gallery ID, my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi. I will have all of that information in the description down below, as well as a direct download link to the gallery website if it's easier for you to grab it that way. But just cluttering up the desks here, trying to make it look a little bit more lived in, worked in. I suppose these Sims could be like interior decorators, since that's what this whole pack is about. But they could really be anything. I was trying to keep it pretty open-ended so that it was more useful to whatever sort of Sim you would imagine having live here. But yeah, moving on to the kids' room. I think this is my favorite bedroom. It's just so cute. I really enjoy the new tent we got. I haven't played around with it yet. I haven't done any gameplay yet, but it's really cute. I love this white swatch that has like the crayon drawings on it. Also end up getting a dollhouse over here. Just lots of toys in this space. This feels like a really spoiled like twins room. And I quite enjoy that. It's very pink. I went all out with that color scheme because I enjoyed the swatches on the bed. I do end up changing the top bunk to a different color, but it's still pink. It's just a different swatch of it. There's also 2 closets in this room. I just thought it made the room a little bit smaller. They don't have walk-in closets. They do have walk-in closets, just not the ones that came with this pack, the ones that came with Get Together. I just thought it made the room a better size, and also it made sense to have closet space for the 2 kids in here. So just getting a little light on the bedside table, some more posters, just wanting to make this space look lived in and filled in and not too empty, because it is still a really big room for these kids. And I think it's kind of odd that this is the top level, and the top level of this apartment has tall wall height, but the bottom level of this apartment has medium wall height, and I'm just, why? I don't really understand. But I'm just getting some string lights in here. I thought that would look cute for this space, and some posters, and I believe I get an art table as well. Yeah, I put that over there by the closets. So there is like an activity they can do. And oh yeah, I also used the new wallpaper. I put it in one of the fun colors in here, and then out in the main living space, that wall that connects from the living room all the way up through the 2nd story. I used the black version of it there. I just thought it was a nice accent piece. But this is the spare bedroom, or the guest bedroom. I keep it pretty simple. I love that bed. Super, super happy with that. And, just using some more new bedroom furniture in here. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.